Hello 8th graders, today we are doing Module 4 problem set for Lesson 14. This has to do with horizontal and vertical lines. Our first question, graph the two-variable linear equation ax plus by equals c, where a is 0, b is 1, and c is -4. So we have to put these numbers in for these variables. So ax, where a is 0, so we're going to have 0x. Plus by where b is by where b is 1, so we're going to have 1y equals c, which is -4. So now we got to find the linear points or the coordinate points in order to graph this. So we're going to choose x's or y's. Because this is 0, I think it would be easiest if we choose our x's. So we're going to choose -1, 0, +1, and a 2. So let's start with substituting -1 in for x. So we have 0 times -1 plus 1y. Can we make that 1 invisible and just say y? Equals -4. 0 times -1 is 0. So we have 0 plus y equals -4. And 0 plus y is just y. So we have y equals -4. So our coordinate points would be -1, -4. Next one, we're going to substitute 0 in for x. So you have 0 times 0 plus y equals -4. 0 times 0 is 0, so we just end up with y equals -4. Our coordinate points are 0, -4. Our next one is 0 times 1 plus y equals -4. This is 0, so we end up with y equals -4. Our coordinate points are 1, -4. And then we use 2. 0 times 2 plus y equals -4. That comes out to y equals -4 because 0 times 2 is 0. This is going to be -4, so we're going to have the coordinate points 2, -4. So now I'm going to come over to Clever, and I'm going to go to GeoGebra on Clever. And once in GeoGebra, I'm going to start graphing. And I'm going to click the shapes here so I can graph some shapes. And I'm going to click points because I'm going to graph points. So our first point is -1, -4, starting at the vertex, or the origin, I should say. I go -1 and -4. Then 0, 4, so I go across 0, down 4. 1, -4, so I go right 1, down 4. And 2, -4, I go right 2 and down 4. And then I can graph a line here. And there I go. I have a horizontal line. And notice that the horizontal line goes through the y-axis at -4. Notice we kept getting y equals -4, and that goes through -4 on the y-axis. Let's go to the next problem. We want to graph the two linear equation ax plus by equals c, where a is 1, b is 0, and c is 9. So if a is 1, we're going to have 1x. B is 0, so we're going to have 0y. And c is 9, so it's going to equal 9. We need to graph this. This time, because we have 0y, we're going to pick our y's. I think that'll be the easiest way to solve them. So once again, we're going to go negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. So we got to put negative 1 in for y. So we have 1x, or we can just write that as x, plus 0 times negative 1 equals 9. 0 times negative 1 is 0, so we have x plus 0 equals 9, or x equals 9. So when y is negative 1, x is 9. So our coordinate points would be 9, negative 1. What if y is 0? We'd have x plus 0 times 0 equals 9. 0 times 0 is 0, so we just have x equals 9. Our coordinate points would be 0, 9. If y is 1, we'd have x plus 0 times 1 equals 9. 0 times 1 is 0. X plus 0 is just x equals 9. So when y is 1, x is 9. So we have, 9, 1. And up here I did this one wrong. It should be 9, 0. And now when y is 2, we have x plus 0 times 2 equals 9, which is x equals 9. So x is 9. Our coordinate points, x is 9, y is 2. So now we're going to go back over to our GeoGebra. And we're going to start graphing again. We're going to do our points. And this time we're going to go 9, negative 1. So let me move this just a bit over here. So we're going to go 9, negative 1. Then we're going to go 9, 0, 9, 1, and 9, 2. We're going to draw a line here. And this time we have a vertical line. And our vertical line is actually going to cross the x-axis at 9. When we have x equals 9, it's going to cross the x-axis at 9. Crossing the x-axis at 9. Let's go on to our third one. They want us to graph y equals 7. So let's go back to GeoGebra. They want us to graph here y equals 7. Okay, so if x is 1, y is going to be 7. If x is 2, y is still going to be 7. If x is 3, y is going to be 7. If x is 4, y is still going to be 7. So let's graph this one. Start with 1, 7. So we're going to go over 1, up. Let me move this a bit. Go over 1, up 7. Then 2, 7. So we're going to go over 2, up 7. 3, 7. I should have put these here. 3, 7. And 4, 7. We can do our line. And once again, we have a horizontal line. So when y equals 7, it's horizontal. And it crosses the y-axis at 7. Horizontal crosses y-axis at 7. The next one, they want us to graph x equals 1. So if x equals 1, if I choose y as 1, x will be negative 1. If I choose y as 2, x will be still negative 1. If I choose y as 3, x will be negative 1. If I choose y as 4, x will be negative 1. I'm sorry, this is positive 1. They're positive 1. Sorry about that. So let's go over here and let's graph this again. So we have 1, 1. We have 1, 2. We have 1, 3. And we have 1, 4. When we graph this line, we get a vertical line. So here when we graph x equal 1, we get a vertical line. It crosses the x-axis, at 1. So question number 5. Explain why the graph of a linear equation in the form y equals c is horizontal line parallel to the x-axis passing through the point OC. Well, basically, we know when it's y equals, they're horizontal, just like problem number 3. And y is c, therefore y, it is going to cross y at c because y is always going to equal c. And for number 6, explain why there's only line with the equation y equals c passing through OC. Because no matter what you pick x to be, y will always be c. So if y equals c, I have x is 1, y will be c. If x is 2, y will be c. X is negative 9, y will be c. X is 1 million, y will be c. So it's always going to be a line, a horizontal line, that is going to pass through our y-axis here at C. And only one line can do that. Have a good day.